All right, so here we are with the ingredients laid out, or at least some of the ingredients for my smoked mac and cheese. Starting off here, we've got a half a cup of flour, a half a cup of butter, which needs to be softened. We need 3 cups of milk, 2 cups of a half and half, 8 ounces of bacon. I'm going to be frying this up in just a little bit here. You need 2 tablespoons of either finely chopped green onions, scallions, or you can also use the freeze-dried variety if you have those. Also, we've got, let's see here, a tablespoon of ground mustard, 2 teaspoons of sweet smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic. Yes, that's granulated, not powdered. Look back to one of my previous videos when I was making my St. Louis style smoked ribs, and I have an explanation on that. I'll put a link up in the eye icon there. Also here we've got a teaspoon of ground black pepper. And up here, the star of the show, wouldn't be mac and cheese without the cheese. That's right, 6 cups. 6 cups of shredded, sharp cheddar cheese. Now, I got that at Costco. I bought a 1-pound container of it. 1 pound does right around, I think, like 9 cups, 10 cups. We've used some of this cheese already in some tacos before the other day, and we still have left over. So. Let's see, what else do we need in here? We also want to, the pasta, of course, is the star of the show. I normally use cavatappi, but they didn't have it, so I got this Celatani pasta. I've never used this before, but it looks like it's got some pretty deep ridges, and they're spiraled like the cavatappi, so I'm sure that'll be just fine. It's a 16-ounce or 1-pound container of that. So, with all that said, I've got my pasta cooking. It is over here on the stovetop, boiling ever so nicely away. And you want to get that going. That takes about 11 minutes, according to the box. And what we're going to do next here is actually start making the roux with the flour and butter to make the base for our cheese cream sauce. So let me get that set up, and I'll bring you on back in just one moment. Now we just need to go ahead and add in our softened butter. I just tossed this in the microwave for a few seconds to soften it up because I didn't have any all ready to go. But that's all we need to do there. You want to get your butter melting. We're doing this over medium heat. You don't want to be too high. Now, don't be scared. I know some people get worried when they have to make a roux. Making a roux is really easy. It's just the combination of equal amounts of fat and flour. So, you could try using bacon grease. I have made a roux in the past with bacon grease. It does turn out, not gonna lie, not a bad deal. Pretty tasty. But in this case, we're doing butter and we're doing flour. So I'm just getting this all melted down here, as you can see, and just keep swirling it around. When you're making a roux of any sort, the number one thing to remember is don't stop stirring, because as soon as you put the flour in, it will want to burn. I'm sure if you've ever made fried foods before, you know those little bits of flour seasoning batter that you put on the bottom ends up in the bottom of your deep fat fryer, and it smells and it turns black. So just get this in here and get this whisked up here. Now I'm using my Copper Chef. I love this pot. It works great for so many things, whether it be doing a roux like this, deep fat frying, steaming, braising, boiling, sauteing, scrambling eggs. I mean, it is like the wonder pot. So if you don't have one of these, I highly recommend that you pick one up. I got this one on QVC. QVC always seems to have the best deal or best bundles, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to cookware and that. You can buy these at the other big box stores. They got them at QVC, Macy's, what have you, Walmart. But you just want to keep stirring this up here you want to, or whisking it up rather, and you want to cook this for about 5 minutes over that medium heat. So I'm gonna keep on stirring and whisking away here for 5 minutes, and I will bring you back as soon as we're ready to add in our milk. All right, we're back here. We've got this going. It's come up to a nice toasty almond color. Hey Alexa, stop. I'll tell you what, all we got to do is add in the milk here. Here's 2 out of the 3 cups of milk. We're just going to keep whisking, 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 whisking. This is going to thicken up real quick right now. Now, we don't want that to burn. That milk, we also want to add the 2 cups of half and half. So let's go ahead and get that all stirred in. Make sure there's no clumps in the corner of the pan. And we're going to let this cook for about 10-15 minutes, somewhere in there. And we just want to let this thicken up a little bit. So I will bring you back here in a little bit when the sauce is all thickened. Okay, we're back here. As you can see, this is nice and bubbly now. And it's thickened up quite a bit. So what we're going to do now is just go ahead and set this aside. And we're going to go ahead and continue with getting our bacon fried up. All right, we got our bacon frying up here. I think we all know how to fry bacon. I probably could have used a little bit larger of a skillet here, but you know what? I grabbed the first one I had, and we got the bacon in there frying. And basically, you just want to get your 8 ounces of bacon all fried up. And once you have your bacon fried up, go ahead and just dice it up into, some coarse dices. You don't want it to be too small, but just go ahead and give it a good rough chop. And set that aside, and I'll bring you back here in just a moment. Well, I decided to do a little switcheroo here, and decided I wanted to try and put a little bit of onion in with this. So you can see I've already got my scallions all chopped up there that I mentioned earlier. But I just took a half of a white onion here, or excuse me, of a yellow onion, and I'm just gonna give it a relatively, I don't want to mince it, but I also don't want big chunks of onion in there either. So we'll just go ahead and see how much we got here. I'm just going to do this by eye. I'll measure it out for you so you have an idea as to how much I ended up putting in. But like I said, this is about half of a small onion. I think that might be nice because this recipe does make enough mac and cheese for 14 to 16 people. So with a pound of pasta and all that cheese and bacon. So let's see here. I don't know. That's probably about a half a cup of onion, I'd say. Let's see what we got here. This is a half cup measuring cup here. Because I always like that. People say, oh, use a small onion, use a medium onion. Well, everybody's, small and medium is completely different. So this was what I'm calling a small onion, half of one, made a half a cup plus more, so 3/4 of a cup. I'll save this for tossing some eggs or something tomorrow morning for breakfast. I'm going to stop there. I don't like overly onion flavor. I mean, I like onion, but I just don't like my mac and cheese to be too oniony. So what I'm going to do though, since I have this amazing bacon grease from that bacon I just fried up over here, let's go ahead and saute up these onions, soften them up a little bit. We'll do it right here in the bacon fat. I think that sounds like a great idea. So we'll go ahead and give that a swirl. Let's go ahead and drop that right in there. Oh, listen to that sizzle. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and saute those up, and I'll bring you back here in just a little bit once those are finished. Our milk sauce. And we want to put this up onto, I want to bring it up to about a medium heat here. And once we get that turned on to a medium heat, we're going to go ahead and take our onions, and I'm going to take all that bacon fat as well in there. There's probably about 2 tablespoons of bacon fat in there. Just going to go ahead and put that right into the pot. That is going to add some amazing flavor. I don't know why I didn't think about that in the beginning of attempting this recipe, but let's go ahead and do that, and then give that a quick little whisk here. There we go. So to that we're going to add our powdered mustard. our paprika. Paprika into the pan. There we go. We've got our granulated garlic into the pot. And our fine ground pepper. Everybody into the pot, and then also we are going to add in our chives that we had diced up. Chives going in there. Again, you can use the freeze dried. I just happen to have fresh on hand, so why not use them, right? So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and just whisk this all in. Okay, we got that whisked in. Let's go ahead and get the cheese going in here. We're gonna do this about a handful at a time because you don't want to, overload the pot. Just whisk that in. And grab another handful here and we'll just rinse and repeat. And that's going to be all 6 cups of the cheese there. Alright, going into the pot, all of our macaroni. Let's go ahead and just give that a good stir. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's coating that pasta just like I wanted. Oh, if that doesn't make you die, I don't know what will. I mean, come on, people. It's Monday. There's nothing better to kick off the week than some mac and cheese. Come on. My goodness. I am just going to finish stirring this up here and get this put into my 9x13 foil pan and get this bad boy into the smoker. So that's all you got to do, folks. Folks, I almost forgot. We need to get the bacon put in there. I just snipped that up with my kitchen shears. Or I don't know, I did probably did about 3/4 of what I cooked here just to stir in. And I'm going to put the rest of it as a topping over the pan. So just go ahead and give that a quick stir. I've got myself my 9x13 foil pan. I like to double up on these. It just makes it a little more stable. Just take yourself a little bit of whatever cooking spray you got on hand. Give your pan a good shot of that. Okay. And to that now we're just going to go ahead and dump in our giant pot of mac and cheese. Look at that. Oh, look at that, the deliciousness. Amazing. All right, let's go ahead and make sure we scrape this down. We don't want to leave any of that cheese behind. Get it all in there. Okay. The next thing you want to do is get yourself a 1.5 cups of panko breadcrumbs. And the panko breadcrumbs, we're going to put that into a bowl. Slide that over there. Let's grab a bowl. And in this bowl here, we're going to add a 1/2 of a stick of butter melted. And a 1.5 cups with a 1.5 cups. And you're just going to stir that together just to get those breadcrumbs nice and moistened. There's our butter. Grab a spoon here real quick. Just give them a quick stir. To this, I am also going to mix in the little bit of bacon that I had reserved from earlier. So we'll get that into the pool with all the other kids. All right, let's go ahead and. Oh, sorry, I moved you guys. Here we go. Let's get that stirred up there. All right, good enough. And then all you got to do is just bring that back over, and you want to just sprinkle this all right up on top. Okay, how about that? We got all that mixed up. Let's go ahead and slide this bad boy into the smoker outside. I've got the smoker preheated to 225 degrees. As I said earlier, I do have hickory chips in there today, and I put in a little bit of apple cider vinegar just to keep things moist and moving. So let's go ahead and slide this in. All right, outside here, smoker cam. Let's see what happens here. Woo-wee! Look at that smoke coming out of there. Amazing. Let's go ahead and slide this in here. Sorry about that, guys. That just sat on the smoker that long, and that got toasty as all get out. All right, we got that in there in our Masterbuilt electric mini smoker. I'm gonna close the door up here. And we're going to wait for the temp on that to get back up to 225 degrees. And we're going to let that go for 1 hour. So I will bring you back. Okay, let's get this bad boy opened up here and see what we got. Woo! Woo! Oh, that smoke coming on out of there. Sorry, not sorry to the neighbors for all this delicious smelling hickory smoke that's been engulfing the neighborhood for the last hour. You see that in there? Ooh, look at that. Got nice and, whoops, nice and brown. Oh, it's toasty looking. Let's go ahead and grab my mitt and let's get this thing out of here. All right, let's go in here for the money shot. You know you want to see this. Look at this. This is amazing, this pot. Oh, just lift it up here. Oh, yeah. Oh, that cheesy goodness. You see all that? Oh. That is amazing. Let me zoom you in here. Look at all that. Just cheesy bacon, breadcrumb goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get some of this dished up here. Let's just see how this tastes here. Get a big old spoon of that. Oh. That, my friends, is absolutely to die for. So, if you haven't had a chance to try smoked macaroni and cheese, you're really missing out. If you don't have a smoker, I'll leave a link to this one down in the description link below. I bought it on QVC. I think they still have it available. It was amazing. Perfect size smoker for 2 people. A small family. So good. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up. And if you would like to keep in touch and see my new videos as they come out, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe button with the bell. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding. You know what to do. You know the drill. Go ahead and find me on Facebook, and I'm about to launch out here on Instagram as well. So anyhow, this has been Chad with Food Fuel TV. I look forward to seeing you guys again with a new video coming out real soon. And as I like to say, keep on cooking.